Okay. I had a thought as I'm driving, and many of you know now I took on this job and I have to drive 45 minutes to an hour to work every day. So it gives me a lot of time to think. And I'm sitting here thinking about how my life has changed in the last week and how I was so afraid to even attempt to look for a new job or, attempt the change. And the only way that I could leave my job is if I was gonna, make enough money as a Beachbody coach to just be able to not have another job because I didn't want to start over and I didn't want to go through all of that. Well, sometimes shit just kind of happens, and it happens for a reason.
Stay on 75 south.
Because walking out of my job Friday was one of the most terrifying things I think I've ever done. But I knew at that moment that if I didn't get out of here right now, I was never going to leave. I was going to stay miserable. And the impact that it was having on my family and me personally was just not worth it. And I told my husband and I told my sister, if I have to go wait tables and work 2 jobs to make sure that I carry my weight in the family, then that's what I'm going to do. Because once I walk out this door, I'm not going back no matter what they say. And amazingly enough, and I don't know, the gods, the stars, the whoever must have been shining down on me, because within 5 minutes of walking out the door on a job that I've had for 4 years, my phone is ringing from a friend of mine who I had kind of put out feelers and said, hey, I'm thinking about, quitting my job. If you hear anything, let me know. In that moment when my phone rang and he said, I got a perfect job for you. I just got an email about a job and you'd fit perfectly. And I was like, shut up, really? Because I just quit. When I got home, I sent my resume. A couple hours later, my phone's ringing with, a phone interview with my new boss. I went in Saturday morning. I sat through the interview and I was hired. I was hired with not only more money, better hours, more stability, vacation, all the things that I've been fighting for the last 4 years at this job that I previously had, and now I have them. And now it's like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Because I was afraid. I was afraid of starting over. I was afraid of starting at the bottom of the totem pole. It's like I worked so hard to get to this high executive position, and now I was going to have to start as like a nobody, at the bottom of the totem pole, and I didn't know that I was ready to do that again. Or maybe my ego wasn't ready to do that. I don't really know. But it was fear. It was all based on fear and bullshit. And all weekend I sat and thought, oh my gosh, am I making the biggest mistake of my life? What just happened? But come Monday morning when my phone started ringing and, for my old job to come back and what can we do? And I had made a decision when I walked out that door, come hell or high water, I wasn't going back. I knew that. And I think the fact that I had a job lined up that I started Monday, I didn't even get 1 weekday unemployed. That's insane. I guess the point of this is everything happens for a reason. And I am such a firm believer in that. And it just, sometimes you gotta jump. Sometimes you gotta jump and pray that you're gonna land on your feet and not break your neck. And I think that's what holds most of us back. You're afraid to jump. You're afraid to take that step because of the unknown. Well, if you never take the step, you'll never know. So just jump. The hell with it. You'll figure it out. You've made it this far in life, not by luck. There's no such thing as luck. Jump. That's my thought of the day. Jump. Go for it. You want it that bad. The only way you're going to get it is to go. So I just, don't hold yourself back. Don't sacrifice you because you're afraid or because of what ifs, because you'll drive yourself nuts and you could be missing out on the most amazing thing and you'll never know. I feel like this 100-pound gorilla has been taken off my back, and this job is still an unknown. I've only been there a week, but you know what? It's better than where I was at the moment, and I'm gonna make the best of it, because you know what? I jumped and I landed on my damn feet, and you can too. So take that, think about that, let that absorb in your brain, and roll with it. Just jump. Happy Friday, guys.